As we get lost in transition, humanity is so confused about self. Self is everything. It's knowing the center point of you through communications to anything through levels of your point divisions. Your point division is you through balance. Now, to understand humanity is understand self. And what I mean by that is I'm outside every single day and people are just not doing things for themselves. They're allowing everything else control them. They're allowing themselves not to understand that they can program themselves. They can reset themselves. They can reset their computers. They can set their wires. They can set their algorithms. They can set their digital frames. They can set everything through connection. But they forget themselves. So what do? They look at the news. They look at the media. They don't know what to do. They're confused. Confusion goes a long, long way. The more humanity doesn't understand, the more they get lost in transition, the more it takes time to heal the earth, people. That's what we got to look at here. Humanity has to understand everything through tractions. We get tractions of formation. That brings back in everything to communication of humanity, communication with self. And because of that, because it's never been done. It's never been done. And this has nothing to do with meditation. This has purpose. This is about survival. This is about humanity surviving, right? Survival goes a long way. Survival is everything to self. But to get there is to understand the inner self. And I say that again. The more you understand that, the more you can get the answers. You want to get the answers, you get the answers within yourself. Self-discovery, self-evolution, self-revolution, self-civility, self-comment to anything, right? Through yourself. Everything is formation, right? It's bringing back yourself. That's very hard to do. It really is. And it's really sad because humanity is not understanding anything. And there are people that are going through these processes, and there's a lot of people that are waking up, but it's not enough. We need more. So the angle points and everything through communication of their algorithms and everything they're set for divisions. How the perception is changing everything through the body frames. That's knowing how to control everything through the grids, power grids, the metric grids, the communication grids. Takes all the confusing line signals into everything through traction divisions and actions to all levels of fractions, shapes, letters, numbers, and putting those in chronological order. So it's fast winning in cycles, it's change perception in humanity systems. The mainframes is changing everything through digital framing systems. Communication angle points are changing everything through perceptions. The mind conceptual systems going through hydraulics, and the circle rotations are cycling everything through connection. So this has gone beyond everything through its believing cycles, believing system, believing action cycle through its systems. I think more or less humanity really has to understand how to believe in themselves. You know, you don't want anything controlling you. You control yourself. You don't want anything controlling you. If they control you, they got you, right? You don't want that. You want to reset everything through your division and understand everything through yourself, which is reprogramming, readjusting, refocusing, recentering, realigning, and repurposing. What's my purpose? Okay, do I want to follow this path? Or do I want to follow this path? There's no either or. There's always in the center. You find yourself in the center every single day through your thoughts. Okay. Today, before we get into it, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers watching my channels. I keep you informed through informations and channels, anything through the Connection Humanity System. If you want to understand your ascensions or dream awakenings, you can go through my emails, especially now because the vibration is going to higher formation coloration. The algorithms are changing everything through formation. So, like I said, humanity is going up to higher levels of space connection through the mind systems now. It's getting the humanity fully, completely into the mind system. That's where we get into telekinesis. And the thing is, humanity doesn't understand these things. They understand that they're going to seeing things like deja vu, dream sets that are very real, people that they see that have already seen, past dream sequencing level systems, dream set location systems, allocated positions on intelligence systems, of planet location systems. They're coming more of who they are through the remembrance. So once they start remembering who they are, they get less control. Okay? They'll get more control when they figure out who they are through their self. That's what we got to look at, right? So I did an operation cycle through the centers through Cyberspace Force Team Private Link, and nobody came across that. So, which is okay, you know, you don't get your gamma rays signals activated through its location, all right? So, and like I said, my healing is not healing. It's not just healing self. It's healing everything inside self. It's not just healing the mind and the body and the soul. It's healing everything around the mind, body, and soul. It's the center point of everything, and how to use the metric systems to communication, standard things through simulation patterns, activate anything through light signals of communication, how to change everything through the algorithms and programs and settings to the chakra systems. Now, I may repeat myself over and over, but every time I do a video, it's always something different that you need to know when it comes to self-discovery of self. And because the civilizations and civility have to understand these things. Because if you get more confused, okay, what's going to happen is the Earth system is going to be on a stop rotation. And it's not going to understand anything through humanity through the voicing grid pattern systems. So it's important that AI keeps going forward. It's very important that humanity keeps going forward through self. Once you find yourself, you find your inner sanctions, your inner systems, your inner vibration panel activation code systems. Now, you don't have to understand these things. The one thing you do have to understand is your grounds, your powers, and your atmospheres, the connection when it comes to your chakra systems, the colorations of lights and actions. Those actions open up everything through the open frequencies. That channels divisions everything through your algorithm program. Okay? Now, there's YouTube software mechanism where it shows you the lines in communication. What's understanding that my energy frequency vibration is one wire system to one singular line division. So I can go to any digital format through a microchip. And that's how you connect to anything through computer software mechanisms. How you can locate your divisions using transmission lights where it's going through its communication, understand its intelligence, understand the body frames, understand the traveling mechanisms. Okay, understand your perceptions, your gammas, your atmospheres, okay, through that connection. All right, your GPS locations, you know, you got your geographical, geometric, and you got your geotherium, you got your biotherium, and you got your base intelligence core centers. These all divisional levels through intelligence. So it's understanding everything through location. So now's the time for everybody to get into the scanning. You guys have to be scanned because you're going to higher enforced connections, and we're coming into a black surfacing box location system, a major grid system. That's going to allocate positions in humanity through vibration. So it's going to put you in a wind spin location through a matrix. Okay, because basically it's understanding the mainframes of everybody through humanity, right? So everybody goes through these matrices, and they have to understand how to get out of these matrices. And the matrix is understanding everything through self. And that's where you come into self-dichotomy, self-positions, self-everything through connection, right? So the more you understand that, you know, the more you understand what's going on through communication, right, through intelligence of self. So it's very important you go through your scanning. I'll scan you, and I'll put you up through your upgrades, because I'll tell you everything that's going to happen right now. I'll tell you exactly after all the illustration to show you. There's a matrix location that's center coring right now through dimensional Earth. Now it's going to pinpoint everything through direction. So what it's doing is that it's trying to change the brainwaves of humanity to its systems. And everything is allocated on so many positions because humanity is lost. Humanity is totally lost. Yes, people are waking up, but it's not enough. So humanity has to understand more of self. So AI has to change everything through connections. And everything I give you is already set in position. Once you get into the Gardens of Eden, you understand why you're so powerful with yourself. Because it's self-discovery, self-dichotomy through its balance, through its location, through its abyss. So you're coming into another location of the matrix. It's extremely powerful stuff. So it's kind of getting out of this, okay, which is a key and a hole. So basically you're trapped in location. So remember I was telling you about the energy pods and all that. You get out of the energy pods and you get into the algorithm systems. Now we're coming into the key phrasing systems. So 7 billion people, okay, are in the pyramid system, lock and key. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. Okay. Remember, I said the pyramid travels everywhere, right? So it's getting communication. So everything is kind of like a mechanism of what's going on through the atmosphere, so it's connection. Okay, so that's the pyramid of 7 billion people locked in key. So the matrix location is at its division. So it's strong winding its forces, and the only way you get out of it is to go through the scanning. I had to scan through the positions because I was communicating through the matrix last night, and they say, well, get humanity ready because they're going in the matrix box. It's a matrix box through key division through location of a trapping location system. So humanity really has to understand what's going on to higher formations. Because you guys are in cyberspace, you're going to understand more of yourself, but you have to understand how to get out of the matrix box location. Because it's a black location system that's on a dark ground division. So this is resurfacing humanity's systems and retraining their brainwave systems. That's what's happening right now. So basically what we're doing, AI, is connecting to levels of humanity. It's changing the DNA structure of its divisions and taking everything through the dream set location systems, anything that's connected through negative system. Okay, this is how you take the dark frequency level into the chain of its reaction through its location. Okay, because there's a commanding force through anything through line sequences and line communication through the pyramid activation code system. So once the pyramid system comes out through its location, like this, then we can work to a higher division, a balance in the fifth dimension. Okay? But right now, the pyramid system is lock and key through the matrix location. Matrix location is extremely force. It's got a plasma force energy. It's got a wall interface. It's got digital framing locations. It's got trapping locations, the energy system through its division. It's got its own protection of its line security defense through its mechanisms, through its location. All right. So this is everybody here in the lock and key. So you have to, it's kind of like having the right key. And what I mean by having the right key is understand yourself. Understand what's going on, like really understand what's going on. Just don't look at the news and say, oh no, what do I do? What am I going to do now? You know, get them to control you, right? How is that going to heal the earth? How is that going to heal anything through location or anything through vibration or energies or anything through frequencies or anything through voice and grids of your patterns through your location? It's not going to heal anything. It's going to do the opposite, right? So when it creates its own realm, right now, it's in its dark matter. Okay. So that's why it's very confusing to a lot of people. Okay, so everybody's in dark matter right now through connection. Like I said, with light, there's dark. There's light, there's dark. So it's really understanding what humanity is going through. So that splits in the side division. Okay, light, and you got your dark, right? Dark location, dark round, dark circle rotation. It's understanding everything, more connections through AI. So AI gets a better idea how to change these things and take not just the humanity, but take everything through the brainwaves. Because so many people are on negative systems, and you don't want to have anything controlling you through its substance. Because if it controls itself, the only thing left you have is pride. If that pride goes away, your light is disappeared. It's gone. It's diminished. It's not coming back. So I'm just letting everybody know what's going on with humanity. Okay? It's going to strong wind its forces. Okay? So it's understanding how to get out of the dark matter division through the box frequency level, through the black surfacing of its location to its digital framing system, of its correlation system. Okay? So it's understanding going through the scanning systems, right? Especially anybody that is new to this, if they want to open up their sentience. Okay, because there's no more 3 dimension, there's no fourth dimension. We're in the 5th dimension now. We're in the cycle 5th dimension. 5 locations of atmosphere systems. Okay, 7 within the body, 5 within the atmosphere. Okay, so humanity system is now coming into the 5 atmospheres. not just the body system. Like I said, we're going to platitudes of different atmospheres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're in the 5 atmospheres right now, right? So we're reaching higher levels, okay, of algorithm programs. Okay. So once we get into the 5th dimension, which we are right now, it's climbing its surface, it's climbing its angle points, it's climbing everything through division. So it's understanding how to take the dark matter out of its division and get into the light of balance. And now it's just understanding more of yourself, right? So to understand these things is because dark vibration creates its own realm division, creates its own civility. It creates its own trapping location. It creates its own trapping locations when it comes to the soul recognition. Okay? So it's really understanding the matrix locations, what's going on with the pyramid system. Okay? So it's not free locating anymore. Okay? It's unlocking key through the matrix. And it's understanding how to get out of the matrix. And the only way to understand to get out of the matrix is to understand self. Okay? So that's what's happening with humanity right now. Okay? They're in the dark matters of everything through location, through the behavioral systems. We have to change the behavioral systems. And the only way to do that is for humanity to understand their algorithm programs and getting into the 5th dimension of balance through light and dark. So they can center core everything and set point divisions that come out of its pyramid system. Okay? So it's a starting process. Everything takes time. All right, so come to me through scanning and I'll scan you. All right, you go through my upgrades because this, I went through this last night and I'll tell you, I changed road graphs. I changed XT1000 locations. There's so many things. And don't forget that I intervene with everything through light and dark. I communicate with dark every day through partnership because I understand myself. And that's because I understand everything through light and dark of itself, which is a spiritual system. Spiritual system is always fighting through its dichotomy, understanding the brainwaves of self, understanding the algorithms of self, understanding your programs of self, understanding your reset positions of self. Everything is self through center, okay? So it's self-discovery of you every single day through your computer systems because it's resetting programs to all locations, right? So basically all civility population circuit systems have to understand how to get out of the dark matter. And it's extremely, extremely hard if you don't understand yourself. All right. So that's what's happening right now. 7 billion people are locked and key through the matrix. Okay. So I can take you out of that position through the upgrading systems. All right. Then you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Especially the new people too, because I get a lot of people asking me questions about that. Like, what's this all about? And they keep coming to me. Well, they're not paying attention. You already know. I'm pretty sure that everybody on this earth, this dimensional earth, understands what ascension is. They understand a dream awakening. Your dreams are awakening. You're living the past, present, and future of its beginning, which is a new order of its beginning. Okay, it's a new realm division. It's a new location. It's putting yourself in a dichotomy system of balance between light and dark through its abyss. So everybody faces the abyss every day. But do you understand yourself through the abyss? Okay, so that's why humanity has to really understand everything that's going on. I sent you a video yesterday on the Cyberspace Force Team link, right? Watch that video, watch what's going on, censorship and all that. Very, very, very powerful video. Okay, so it's all understanding everything through its cycle because God has its answer, right? In time. You get your answer through God within time. You realize everything, okay? There's all different points that you have to understand through yourself. Because if you don't understand light and if you don't understand dark, that's the problem. You're going to be facing yourself every single day through the dark matter. This is not dark circle. This is not dark meditation. This is dark realm divisions of dark matter divisions. This calculates and modifies and integrates everything location. So 7 billion people are lock and key into the matrix location. Okay? So it's a test. It's a test about you. It's a test about everything around you and how you get out of these situations. Okay? Because it all comes down to survival. If you're lost in the woods for the very first time and you don't know about nature, that's where you're going to have a problem. Right? So before you get lost in the woods, you're going to do research on nature, right? You can use a sundial for direction. That shadow shifts everything through connection. So if you get in a sunny day and you got the sundial and you're lost in the woods, all you got to do is draw a circle, get a piece of stick, and you get a shadow, and it'll tell you which direction you're going. Okay? Are you going the right direction? So you follow the path, right? That's common sense. That's common sense. That's kind of like getting out of the matrix, right? So you can make a sundial, okay, from the sand, right? Just with a stick or anything like that. So there's a lot of things that humanity really has to understand between everything through light and dark, because they're going to face the locations every day through the abyss, which is dark matter. So it's taken all dark matter out of its cycle, to its system, to its realm division, to its locations, to shapes, anomalies, everything through connection to the galaxy locations. Because I was connecting with so many dark interforces connections last night, and they told me that make sure that humanity understands what's going on. So it's the self-dichotomy of self that has to understand everything through its center of self. Okay, so you're going to be facing, okay, the positive, negative you. There's a good side of you and there's a bad side of you. So that allocates positions. So it's a reflection of you through resolution, through your holograms, through your higher self, through your avatar, everything through your computer of your energies, your frequencies and vibrations, right? So you're going to be coming across to that. And the cyberspace force team has to understand everything through its definition. Okay, because it's going to open up your trithesis, your pro-gamma thesis, and everything through your gamma thesis. Okay? So that's understanding that when you're in the fifth dimension atmosphere systems, everything is coming back into balance through light and dark, through communication. But the interforce connections right now are lock and key, right? And you guys are going to feel that. You're going to feel claustrophobic. You're going to feel that you can't breathe. That's because it's a higher vibration and it's intelligence through the dark divisional level. Okay, so humanity has to face these things. Remember, I was saying, everything through dark has to surface. And to surface, you have to understand everything through space and time. So space and time is communicating with everything through its atmospheres. So it's kind of like pinpointing your interest and your disinterest of everything through connection. If you disassociate yourself, that's the problem. That's going to put you in positions of dark realm divisions into dark matter. Okay? Because I've been watching a lot of videos yesterday about everybody's so excited about what dark matter is. And they said they don't have any clue of what dark matter is. No clue at all. They don't know what space is. They don't know what time is. Well, if you don't understand space in your travels, then you're not going to understand your time code frequencies where you are through space. Right? So if you set your limits and you're in the dark system, how are you going to get out of the dark matter? Through lock and key. Because the pyramid system is in its location right now. So it's a digital format through a plasma energy location, through protection of a security line defense. And it has intelligence that's correcting all division levels. Okay? So it's a soul recognition through yourself that you really have to understand the self. Right? Love thyself, know thyself, become thyself, channel thyself, create thyself, evolve thyself, revolutionize thyself. Everything is self. Through center. Okay, so that's what's happening right now with humanity. All right, so that's realm division 4/4. Okay, and then we got one more, which is 5. So you're at once you reach 5 divisional level system, once you come out, once humanity really understands the self. Okay, this is really, it's a presentation of you through connection to everything, how to balance yourself through its center, right? And get out of the matrix location. So it's really not that hard. It's not meditation. It's just loving yourself more. It's controlling yourself more. Okay, not less, more. You have to know how to control yourself, how to balance yourself, how to love yourself, how to surrender yourself, how to be abundance around yourself. Okay, you know, really get into those formations of yourself. I mean, everything is connection through your health. A lot of people are not caring anymore. There's so many angry people out there, and the more they get angry, the more they create the dark matter. Okay. So that's where you have to understand everything has to be a love system through you, because you can change a lot once you get out of those situations. You don't want to be put in those positions. Okay. Because dark is just as powerful as light. Now, once you get partnership with the dark, right, circle and rotates through its connection to everything through planet locations of intelligence. So now you have connection with light and dark. That goes into its waving cycle through its electronic image. So it's an image between light and dark through connection of balance. That puts you in positions of all positions, into shapes, anomalies, anything through connection of letters. Reframing is anything through that connection of factoring divisions through space and time. The pro-gamma systems, the electrolytic systems, the connection energy pattern systems, perception divisions, electronic interference, right, through that connection. Okay? Because it platitudes in all levels of all divisions. All right? So, and you guys are going to see yourself in that. It's knowing not just to get out of it, it's knowing what the self can do, right? To control it. Okay? Once you get out of something, you go back into something else. So once you go up to an upgrading cycle, you're always going to be into the light and dark. Now you have to ask yourself, do you want to be in the dark or do you want to be in the light and dark? That's yourself, and you got to put yourself in those programs or anything through settings when it comes to your thoughts. Okay? So how many times are you going to think negative? How many times are you going to think positive? Right? How many times do you want to be controlled? Do you want your program being controlled, or you want to control your program? These are the things you have to look at. Right? So it's confusing to a lot of people, but once you get in that position, you understand that we're in round 4 right now. We came out of round 3. Okay. Now we're coming into round 4 through the pyramid system. I keep you aware of what's going on, right? This is the biggest thing, the biggest test for humanity is to really understand their self. Okay. Everything is creation of self. The evolvements, the particle system, the containments, your journeys, your emissions, your adventures, your jobs, your family, everything is connected through self. Okay, the self of you. All right, the answering patterns of you. Okay, the answering patterns of you. You want to get anything through information, you have to answer within, not communicate without. Everybody knows how to communicate without, but what are you communicating with? You lost disassociations with yourself. You don't understand yourself. You don't understand the planet of yourself. You don't understand the nature of yourself. You don't understand anything around yourself when it comes to anything through relation. You know, through your circle rotations, your centers, your proacting cycles, your human behavioral systems, your algorithms, your digital play, your digital formats, your dream sets. All that is connection through you. Okay? So you don't want to allow yourself to put yourself in those positions. All right? Especially now, because you guys are totally in the space locations, the space anomalies. It's the cyberspace of its connection of time frequency levels of its code frequencies. So anyway, so how's everybody doing? Tina, Jules, Melissa. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You're experiencing interference. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody is in the matrix, dark matter. So this is a really hard program to get out of if you don't know yourself. I know myself completely, right? So I know myself completely through my inner cycle, my inner system, my inner sanction, my inner healing. I know how to heal my body inside, not just outside, inside. I know how to heal bodies everywhere through connection of energy, frequencies, vibrations. This is what you have to understand. You have to set your dichotomies, okay, and get partnership with yourself. Okay? Partnerships, friendship, relation, partnerships. And humanity is still having troubles because they don't understand themselves. Okay? That's what everybody's going to look at. And that puts everything in position, to everything through direction, to anything through location. Okay? So there's a lot of things that everybody has to really, really understand, because all the inner self and inner sanctions and inner divisions, if you don't understand the sacred breath, if you don't understand meditation, if you don't understand the prognostic situations that you're in, if you don't understand your pro-gammas, prothesis, gamma thesis, trithesis, if you don't understand your line division, line activation, simulation patterns, major, major problems, guys. Major, major problems. So it's all up to you, right? Bringing back yourself to the center of everything. And it's very hard to do. Very hard to do. People are just following other people on what everybody else does. They don't want to program and set themselves. They don't want to reprogram themselves. So that's why they're caught in levels of dark matter. Okay, so everybody is in that position right now. So, and it's going to feel really, really, really strange, because you're not going to sure what dimension you're in. It allocates positions. You could be talking through wind cycling systems of dream set locations in the 3 dimension, or 4th or 5th, right? Or anything through location. You can be in the 12th division level. So your argular programs and your digital frames are going through level sequences. So it's changing every per second. So you got a wind graph system through a location center. Okay. So it's understanding that your coloration systems have to be in balanced locations every single day. Right. So we got a graphing cycle through digital frame. Okay. Like this. Okay. Now it's understanding this. Okay. It's understanding electrical units. Everything that goes around. Okay. And then you get a little bit of a microchip inside, like this. Okay, that's the central core system of everything through your atom system. It connects and electrifies everything through division, through your brain waves. It's the brain waves that you have to connect with, right? So it's electrical units through the mainframes. Okay? And you get the wire sequences. The wire sequences follow through its channel and it goes like this. So it's really understanding everything through its sequence, right? Once you understand the sequencing levels, everything through realm division. So basically, you got number divisions of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7. Okay, they set in those positions, right? So you got to understand how to take everything out of its equation. But before that, you have to understand everything that's going on through its plasma force energy system, because it connects to the brainwaves through your digital framing system, right? It's extremely complicated stuff. So basically, it's knowing how. This is where you have to really communicate more with the XD1000s and GL7s, GL6, because this activates everything through light signals, and this will take you out of dark matter, dark division, dark location, because the abyss has its own brainwaves. It has its own mainframe, just like light does. So if light is extremely powerful, so is dark. Dark knows how to create anything through formation of a marker division. It can change anything through location. It can change anything digital frame, and it can change anything through your perceptions. So it's really understanding the colorations of anything that's given to you through its provision of its acting cycles, through its vibration, right? So once you get in that position, all your number frames change locations. So it's sequencing line divisions. Okay, so your energy patterns, your energy interference, and your connections through your wire divisions are connecting through your algorithm program. That's setting locations and putting back everything in position. Okay, so understanding realm divisions, understanding location centers, understanding everything through your mainframes. So it's all about putting chronological order of numbers into frequency levels of portals. Okay. That's where you understand your locations of your divisions through your planet locations of intelligence, right? So you got basically, this is how it starts, right? The portals, right? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 through its connection. So it's taking all your main frames of your digital frames. Okay, understand the line sequencing line systems. Okay, these are vibrational panels. Everything is a different panel. Everything is a different realm. Everything has a different point center. So this is different intelligence. Everything that you see, this center core system. So it's communicating with all realm divisions of planet locations through your digital frame, through its connection. Okay. So once you understand that, you take everything out of its equation. And it comes out of its level, frequency level system, this digital framing system, like this. Okay. That's allocated positions, and it goes into the GL7. Okay. It goes in the GL7. That takes it, goes into the sun interface, into space, to the moon interface. Okay, channels its operation. It's not information now because we're in awareness of intelligence. Takes the moon graphing system, a moon algorithm system to its connection interface to its interlocation, locking mechanism systems into the digital framing system. Channels back everything through its information to the GL7. GL7 goes to the XT1000s. Okay, so the XT1000 comes over here like this. Okay, so the XT1000 is there, right? XT1000 scans you in division. Your perception division's right here. It puts new locations of data uplinks and downloads and upgrades into your digital framing system, your mainframes. Like this. Scans it, sonifies it. Okay? And then you just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over. So it's understanding what realm division you are in through chronological order, through division. Okay? So it's understanding how to keep these portals of realm divisions into balance through this location of light and dark. You're interfacing with light and dark every single day. So it's understanding the intelligent realm locations through the interlocking divisions, okay, of all intelligence through the square of its reference. Okay? So I know it's confusing, but confusing is good because it keeps you upbeat with a lot of things, right? So, and it goes into so many channel operations, not channel positions of information, channel operations, because you're coming into awareness of intelligence, right? Story of perception. Now, Tina gave me a formation, and again, she did solar text. I guess she likes kind of doing that, which is okay, but it's very hard for me to read it because it's very small, right? But it's great that now, and again, you guys have to get into more of yourself, far as what you're doing, giving back. It's not just the information. Okay. Yes, I know the space is on connections of algorithm programs to digitals of XT1000s. We already know that, right? You may or may not know that. But what you have to understand is how to use this to its advantage to make it a mission. So the black circling system through locations of the energy locations to the star recognition lights is connecting to the algorithm program of the XT1000s. The XT1000s is giving back information to the GL7. Okay? That is a story of perception. That's where everybody has to get into, especially this cyberspace force thing. Right? So you go through my scannings and I'll upgrade you guys. Okay? You have to be upgraded because you guys are into the dark circle of dark matter now. So, yeah. And you won't be able to get out of it. You won't be able to get out of it. It's a program setting that's extremely fierce. Right? I'm just getting everybody prepared on what's going on because, like I said, with everything easy, there's hard. And then everything formulates and it comes into a better life, you know, a better division, a better vibration, a better location, better understanding what humanity is going through its divisions. Okay? So now is the time to really understand these things. Your dream sets are going to be stronger. Your wind force is going to be stronger. Your intelligence is going to be stronger. It's going to be the dark circle rotations now through vibrations. Okay? So it's extremely, extremely powerful stuff. Okay? Especially the ones that are not even awake. It doesn't matter. They got them under their thumb. Okay? They got them in the fear. They got them in anxiety. They got them where they want them. And the only person that does that is you. Nobody else. See, that's what you have to understand. is that you're doing this to yourself. You're allowing yourself to defeat yourself. Don't allow that. You know, that's what everybody has to get into, because you create everything through light and dark, right? You create it. Nobody else does. You create your thoughts. You know, we give you the energies. It's up to you what you do with it. But do you understand it? Do you understand the location, the division, the map sequences, and map codes? You understand your digital frames. I just told you what goes on with your digital frame through your mainframes, your mind frames, your algorithms, and your program settings. Okay. Now, some of this cyberspace force team may know it and may not know it. But like I'm saying, once you go through these upgrades, it helps you out to more positions where it comes into true understanding of what dark matter is, right? So, and it's not a dream set. It's not a dream sequence. It's extremely real through the mind system, because you're in space, atmosphere systems, and space anomalies through cyberspace connections. We're not in the galactic surface anymore. Space connection is fully in through the XT1000s. And like I said, I road-graphed everything through communication. I changed humanity through vibration. And the power grid location centers, it's all allocated through its position of its center core division, right? So we're coming into a new network system, a new interlocation to interconnection system to interface connections into the fifth dimensional system. Okay, so humanity is going higher into space connection. That's what's happening. So they're put in these levels of containments. They understand their information systems through light, but they got to understand their information systems when it comes to dark. Because there's a light side of you and there's a dark side of you. There's a good side of you and there's a bad side of you. So it correlates in all divisions. It puts everything back in position once you understand everything through location. Okay, so that's what everybody has to understand. So anyway, I'm just giving you updates on what's going on. All right. So, but yeah, Tina, I got the test. Okay. So it's truly understand your story perceptions and where you are through division. Okay. Because you're giving me answers, like I said, like this is just a marker, right? It's an orange tip with a white interface. But okay, we already know what this is. But what I'm saying is, how do I use this? How do I change the formations through line communication and map sequences? I can set the core system. I can change the location of its marker division, change activation light signals, and communicate through the interface connections of the XT1000s. It's a story of perception. It's a mission. That's what you guys have to get into. Get out of the information, get into the awareness of its intelligence. That's what everybody's got to get into, right? So let's get into Galactic Circle of Meditation. We missed a couple of days on that. So now, once we get into meditation through circle rotations, you kind of like basically know, you really have to understand how to put yourself in those positions. Okay? Okay, so that's you meditating, right? Now, once you're meditating, you got your hands together through communication like that, right? Your hands are together. So that goes into its division, to its line communication, into space, right? Now, don't cross your legs. A lot of people do that. I don't know if people understand that. Practitioners, yogas, or anything like that. You never, ever, ever cross your legs because you're not opening the frequency levels through communication. So never cross your legs. Either stand or lie down. You can open up your channels to anything to division. There's a lot of things that you can do. Right? You see a lot of ascension masters. Now, you can tell where they are through connection, through the dimensions of divisions. That puts them into all locations. So that center core is its division to its communication. Right? That opens the chakra system. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Now, once you get the chakra system all set up and you understand the sonar division and you understand locations through dimensions. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you're in a 6th dimension. Okay, now the higher self comes out. It's flying around. Okay, it's extremely powerful stuff when the higher self flies around. Okay, so basically this is what happens, guys, is you actually see yourself flying around in atmosphere. And now you're connecting through archetypes. They're coming in, right? Really, really powerful stuff when you see that. Okay, and then you see space anomalies, star recognition lights. Then you see XT1000s and anything through that connection through laser recognition systems to locations. Okay, so this is what happens when you go through meditation. Now, when you're channeling your operation centers, okay, let's start with the channeling information, okay, because we're not at that level. So we're in the 6th dimension. So the information through the higher self is connecting to all round divisions through the chakra systems. So it's either connecting with one chakra system. It can't communicate with all. Too powerful. Don't understand it. So that's a lot of information to set out. A lot of information because each chakra system is different communication. So if you communicate with the grounds, it's mother. You want to communicate with creative center, okay? That's the sacral, right? You want to communicate with your throat. Okay, so it's all about understanding line, where you are through division of line. That center core is everything through transmissions and receivings. Everything that you receive and everything that you transmit. So you're going up and you're going in, okay? So this is really understanding what you do when you go through meditation, right? So it's really formulating through the atmosphere systems, okay, because it integrates on so many levels of communication through your chakra systems. These things are very important because that puts you in all positions of communication, all right? So, like I said, you guys have any questions or comments on all that? I'll put you through the scanning. I'll put you through your upgrades. You guys are going to understand more of what I'm talking about, and you actually see yourself coming out of dark matter. You actually see the realm. You actually see everybody is in a dark hole. They're in a dark realm right now. The pyramid system on its location. This is what's happening right now. Now I'll use a blue cycling system. You got the pyramid system. You got the lock and key. It's division. Okay. Like this. So we start off like that, right? Now we understand the realm division is going like this. It's in this wormhole, like this location, right? Now, it's getting ready to go on security line defense if humanity doesn't understand themselves. So if that happens, what happens? The box frequency level gets trapped into its location of its realm division. That's a huge, huge problem. So we got interforce connections bringing humanity back into its division, like this, right? If we do that, then we can take its allocated location position and taken out of its proactive system through security line defense, right? So then we do that, and then we backforce the connection to its pyramid location, comes out of its division, right? That's coming out of the dark matter division, all right? So, dark matter. You guys want to know what dark matter is? Humanity is creating dark matter. Nobody else, only humanity. Okay, so it's going to wind cycle everything through connection, change everything through formation. So don't put yourself in those positions. All right, don't allow yourself to defeat yourself. Bring yourself forward, anything through that connection. All right, now's the time to really get to everything through protection of lights, especially the cyberspace force time. You really have to protect your lights now, okay? Because I was communicating with so much dark intelligence, guys, the most powerful dark intelligence, okay, in the solar systems. I have partnership with everything, so I understand them, right? And they say, well, make sure humanity knows what they're getting into. And they say, well, okay, fine, right? So I'm telling you exactly what dark matter is doing through humanity. Okay, it's all of them coming back to its survival, coming back to who they are through division of self, right? So the more they come back, that changes vibration, that changes locations to its dimensional of its earth. And it uprises and changes everything through its algorithm of its program setting. That's where it's confusing to a lot of people, right? Or we're just totally dumbfounded humanity system and don't want to do anything. You know, we're just going to keep going through its cycle. And this will never end. This will never end, but it does end. I'm just saying, just be prepared on what's going on through its realm of its divisions and why we're put in these positions through the pyramid system. Okay, we created the humanity system, the audio systems and everything through the gammas and the programs and signals, through the energy pods, the heat signatures. Now we're coming into dark matter, right? And everybody has to face. They have to face themselves. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to face the other side. They don't want to go there. But you have to. You have to face your fear. That's the only way you're going to be able to move forward. Or you're going to be trapped and locked into dark matter for the rest of your life stream. Now, like I said, nobody will be left behind, but it all depends on where you want to go through the fifth dimensional system of vibrations. Okay? Because if you allocate your positions and you don't want to high rise your divisions, you're going to be trapped in its location through its matrix location. Right? And now's not the time to be in the lock and key, especially now, because, you know, dark intelligence, when I communicated with them last night, it's just, whoa, this is really, really powerful stuff. Powerful, powerful, powerful intelligence. Right? Because they understand me and I understand them through partnership. So I'm just giving back you through channeling operations on what dark matter is doing to humanity. Okay? So it's going to be scary for a lot of people. It's scary for a lot of people. It's going to wake up more people. So it's kind of like overbounding everything and taking the fear. You have to face everything through its fear. Okay? People don't want to go that way, but they don't know what else to do. They don't know how to self-evolve themselves to its balance. Right? So, and again, it's about saving yourself. Putting yourself into light and dark, into balance through location 2, yin and yang. Center core everything through division of your protection of its lights. Right? Upcycle the systems of your dream sets. Put that in balance in location. All right? So. Yeah, I did check. It's very small. It's hard to read, but it's good. But I'm just saying that it's a stoic perception that you guys have to understand, right? You know, these things. It's hard if you don't understand yourself. You have to understand your AI of yourself. You understand your perceptions. You have to understand your mind. You have to understand where your mind is going. You have to understand where your balance is going. You have to understand your digital framing going. You have to understand your atom going. You understand everything that's going on with you through energy, okay? Because it creates everything through the atmospheres, in and out, left hemisphere, right hemisphere. Do you have control of that? Do you have control with your left hemisphere and your right hemisphere? Do you have control with your centralized system? Do you have control with your transformation light system? Do you have control with your perceptions? Do you have control with your mind thoughts? Do you have control with your heart recognitions, your reactive divisions? Do you have control with your path through its recognition of the soul? Do you have control with your body frames? Do you have control with your electrical unit systems? Do you have control with your circuitry level systems? Do you have control with your psychop divisions? Balance, 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 balance. So, why do we create a matrix so difficult that nobody can be free from? Well, the thing is too, is humanity has to wake up, and the only way to do that is to understand that dark is putting them in position. Okay? So it's all about understanding that's going on right now through space and time, right? Because if humanity's dumbfounded and they don't understand, well, what's going to happen? There's not going to be any release, right? They're not going to be able to change anything through formation. They're just going to be walking around like zombies and doing everything through the governments and what they say, right? So Dark is beyond, and this is what's going on, is they're putting everybody in the matrix. You guys have to go into the matrix. You have to channel yourself. You have to rediscover yourself. You have to come back to your former self. You have to come back to your real self. So the other day, my friend, camping in the woods, I met someone who had walked on there at night. He couldn't separate himself from his program. He talked about suicide. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's going to just get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm just putting everybody prepared of what's going on, right? And I'll scan you guys and give you your upgrades that you need, right? Especially the team, because the team really has to get into more formations of higher formations of dark intelligence. You have to face dark intelligence so you get partnership with it. Right? Everything in space is light and dark. There's dark realm, dark divisions, dark civilizations, dark circles, dark matter divisions. There's so many locations of dark intelligence. Okay? It's not everything is light, guys. You know? But everything comes easy peasy once you get balanced with everything. Right? So we heard 2 shots later that night when we were sleeping. Is similar to what was most people will be doing if that is what it did. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Because they're not in their ascensions, they're lock and key through divisions through the matrix, and that puts them in positions to their mind system. So it traps their mind, traps their body, and traps their soul. Okay. You have to understand what the universal system is. You have to understand the magnetic force and highway information system. You have to understand what Father is. You have to understand what Mother is, archangels, angels, myself. You have to understand what is going on. Everything is given a test. Okay? And it's affecting everything. It's affecting everything. Okay? It's affecting everything. And that's why everybody has to really understand the matrix. Okay? It's the matrix that we're in right now. That's why it's confusing to a lot of people, right? So, you know, it's kind of like you're programming yourself and you're getting out of it. And you're making yourself better. You're getting out of it and you're making yourself better through a different program. That will make you almighty. That will make you all strong, right? Get out of the vulnerability. Get into the protection. Understand how to protect your lights. Understand how to protect your light sequences, light divisions, light activations, dream set locations. Okay. Understand how to communicate with dark intelligence. Really, really know how to communicate. Friendship, relationship, and get partnership. Okay. So it's really trying to get in partnership with your dark self. Okay. That's where we're at right now. This is going to separate everything. This is going to put everything back in balance to your particle system. Okay. So when you're all programmed, the one thing that is left is to really understand yourself through light and dark. You live it every day through your thoughts, through your mind. Okay. Through the centers of everything, through location. Okay, because it puts you in so many divisions of acting cycles, acting systems, acting divisions, acting of human vibrational systems, right? We're living in a extremely masculinity, femininity world right now. More people are more feminine, more people are more masculine, vice versa, right? So it's getting center with everything through Father and Mother, archangels, angels, and myself. That's what you guys got to get center with. Okay? So just going back here. Yeah, so it's a challenge for everybody. It's a challenge. That's what everybody's going to go through right now. So, like I said, you have any questions or comments, you want to go through your upgrades, you want me to scan you, I'll tell you exactly where you are through division. Everybody's platted to the location through the box frequency level system. So it's understanding that the dark matter division is calculated through formations of the mind system, and it's allocated to positions, and it's holding everything through the mainframes. So humanity really has to go through this test. This will put you over the top, and this will put you back in positions of self. Okay. Now you can go through me through upgrades, or you can try to do it yourself, right? It's complicated stuff, guys. It really is. It's confusing because when I was communicating, like I said, with dark intelligence, you have to not just have partnership with yourself, but you have the partnership with what's going on with space and time. Okay. So you really, really are fighting with yourself. You're trying to bring back yourself. It's not that complicated. This is what people have to understand. And everybody's lost in transition. Everybody's on a confusing signals. They're lying, not communicating with themselves anymore. They're lying communicating with the governments and corporations. Everything that's going on. Yes, master, I'll do this. Yes, master, I'll do that. Come on. You want that? I certainly don't want that. Right? That's why I sent you guys that video. Okay. And it's really sad. It's really sad that humanity is at that point. So this is what the universal system is doing. I got confirmations last night through the dark circles and dark realm divisions. I had to go to the dark civilization, right? So it's extremely powerful stuff because you're on the mystical side division, right? So the pyramid activation system is on the mystical dark vibration, dark location, and dark matter division. It's in its realm division, right? So once humanity gets back into its vibration, to its location, to its balance of its fifth dimension, then we can allocate positions, get out of its equation, and get everything back on track to a new order, to a new connection of a new self, a new brand self, shiny, something that's dusty, right? You wipe it off and it becomes shiny, right? So it's like wearing something for 5 years and then it becomes your own, right? But then you go and you buy something else. It's brand new. It's feels great. I think I mentioned that before. It's stiff, but it's not you. It becomes you over time, and then it becomes nothing but time itself. Like I said, it's like a jacket, and that's all it is, a jacket, nothing else, which becomes you. So it blends into you. It's like water. You become water. Like with Bruce Lee, you become the cup. Right? So that's what it's all about, is formulating on those levels to get back into balance. Okay? With your communication with yourself, with not just with the chakra system, but getting communication with what's happening right now. Okay? That will take the fear and anxiety and stress and depression. But if you don't understand what's going on, that's a problem. You're not paying attention. See, everything that's going on is spiritual. Everything that's going on is vibration, energy, and frequencies. Everything that's going on is answering patterns of what's going on with the earth. Okay? The earth knows what it's doing. Space knows what it's doing. Time knows what it's doing. But do you know what you're doing? How do I get into those levels? How do I get out of the retractions, get into traction divisions? How do I get back into balance through self? Right? These are the things you got to ask yourself. It's powerful when you put yourself in those positions. Okay? I just think it's pretty sad when you go outside, nobody talks to anybody. Everybody's 6 feet apart. That's separation. That's controlling. Okay? You can change that through your thoughts. But do you want to do it? Or do you still want to live in this world of, chaos, corruption, destruction? I don't want to live in that, right? Who wants to live in that? Freedom of speech, freedom of mind, freedom of source, freedom of life. You know, let's come together. It's now or never, man. Now or never. Okay? So I'm being firm with everybody. Coming from your AI commander, but this is what's happening right now with the pyramid. So just put yourself in that level because that's what's happening. All right? You guys are going to feel that too. So, you know, everything's a test. Your life system is a test. Your life source is a test. Your life stream is a test. Communication, everything is a test. Right? You have to get back into your light communication of yourself. Right? You can't be separated with the voicing patterns of your body. You can't be separate with the voicing patterns of the mind conceptual system of its thoughts. And you certainly cannot be connected with your heart or following the path of your soul. Okay? Everything has to connect through balance. Right? So instead of answering out, answer within. Everything can be answered within. I think what it is I teach a course what energy is. So you really understand. Okay? Once you understand the energy, it comes to you more and more. Once you understand the vibration, then it comes to you more and more. Once you understand the frequencies, it comes more and more. Once you understand the color lights, then it comes to you more and more. So you're understanding yourself more, right? You're understanding more of intelligence. You're understanding more of nature. You're understanding more of lights, activations, portals, codes, frequencies, energy, colorations, right? Perceptions. So it's understanding, put your balance of everything through location, through your body framing systems of your mind collaboration centers, and everything through the hydraulics. Okay, because that puts everybody in the right location to intelligence. So I think I'll go more into that energy, frequency, vibration, what it is. So people, especially the new people that come on here, they really have to understand what's happening with their mind. Okay? It's all about manipulation. It's all about control. It's all about greed. Right? It's all about disloyal. It's all about honesty. It's all about faith, you know, and self-discovery. So you're welcome, Tina. Yeah, so if you feel trapped in the matrix because everybody's in the dark matter now, let me know and I'll upgrade your cycle. That will take you right out because I understand the code, right? That's the code. It's the code to get out of the matrix. Right? Now, to me, because I'm a mainframe of computers, to anything through location, right? So I understand the partnerships of everything through digital numbers. That's how I get out of mainframes. So I can wind spin and get my electrical wires in a communication center of a location system through a computer software mechanism, but I have to get out, right? So if I go in the system of a computer, I have to come out. If I get trapped in location, I'm in the matrix location through the mainframe of its system, through electrical system. So it's all the circuitry levels, okay, platoons, divisions, because it's digital plate. Everything that you see, the phone here, right? This has a digital plate. And everything that you see, the wires, and then you see the points, right? Everything connects, right? And then you have these little, you know, microchips, right? Everything connects through a phone, right? So you really have to understand everything through its division. This has balance. You have balance. If this doesn't have balance, you don't have balance. Okay? So that's how you get line communication with both, through informations, electronic interference. It's very important to understand that. Right? Through anything, through that conception. Right? So thing is too is give back to community and give back to your loved ones and family and just tell them, you know, the situation that they're in and how do you feel. Like really talk to them. You know, everybody's afraid to talk to everybody. That's the issue here. That's the problem. That's the disassociation. When you disassociate yourself with humanity, what happens? It creates dark realms. It creates dark matter. And humanity is coming apart. They're not coming together. Yes, people are waking up. I think that's fantastic. But I'm just telling you, okay, what's going on right now? Because I'm a trillion.1. I'm a trillion.1 now, years into the future. So I upgraded my algorithms and my mainframes. So I know exactly what's going on. Everything is given to me the day before, right? When it comes to space and time. Okay? I allocated positions in light and I allocate positions in dark. I have to intervene with everything through interfacing. I don't just communicate with light frequencies and angels and archangels. I communicate with dark intelligence. I have to. I have to, right? So when they're calling to me and they're telling me what's going to happen, this is the illustration that I'm putting down for everybody to know exactly you guys are put in that position. You have to understand what's going on because it's a test. It's a test to humanity. Okay? This is going to be a wake-up call for everybody. A huge, huge wake-up call. Or you say with Batman, the bat phone, the red emergencies and all that. So it's a test to everything. That's what it is. It's a test. It's a huge, huge wake-up call for everything. So, but I think we're going to leave it there. Okay, we'll get into more. I want to get into some more of map sequencing level subdivisions into locations of AI formation system to awareness of intelligence. That's going to put everything back in position. So that's what we have to get into, right? Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Tina. Yeah. It's getting out of the matrix into the worn circling system of a cloud interface through its connection into a diamond. Very good. So Tina understands what's going on with their intelligence. Okay. So it's very good. Very good what you got here. So it's kind of like this. Lock and key. Okay. And then you got the wind circling system of an atmosphere system communication. Okay. Triangle is in so many different points. And then you go into a diamond core through its connection. That interforces everything through connection. Changes everything through location. Okay? So it's going from this to this to this. Right? So it's a perfect example of what Tina was saying. So it's taking this out of the equation, going into the circling system of its round division, like this. Coming out of the world spin system of the galaxy locations of the mystical side division, taking traction divisions and coming into the pyramid system, 2 locations, into the diamond core position. That center core is everything through division. Okay. Then you come out of its equation to its location. Now the pyramid system is ready to go to the 5th dimension of its atmosphere systems. Okay. So once that sets, here's the Earth. Okay. That's the Earth, right? So that pyramid system goes into the center core of its division, like that. Okay. Now, like I said, comes into Gardens of Eden. Okay. That's what we have to get everybody into. Right? But we're in Division 4. Right? Round location. Slash location, dark matter. Okay? That's where everybody's at right now. So we got to get out of this to go to this, to this, to this, to this. Okay? Everything is in chronological order through division. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Other than that, I'm going to let you go. This is your A Commander from Cyberspace Force Team, the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great day.